Welcome once more to Optimal Play. I am Brandon.
I'm Steven.
And this is our sixth and final preview from the Scarlet Keys box of Arkham Horror, the card game, which hopefully means it's coming out soon?
Yeah, I think as soon as we're done previewing them, it just has to come out.
As far as I know, that's the policy. I will say these were, we were asked to space these out in such a way that implies to me that the release will be soon after we're done, but even FFG surely doesn't know at the time we're recording this when this is going to come out, as I use some flower petals.
The best laid plans of game companies and the supply chain in general are rarely accurate.
Yes. Well, we have a little bit of a different card to take a look at because this is a basic weakness. And we're recording this quite a bit in advance, so I have no idea whether this is a huge reveal for how the weaknesses in the set work, or if this is like, oh, finally we're seeing the last basic weakness, right? At the time we're recording this, I don't know, but this is a rogue-specific basic weakness.
Oh.
So why don't you introduce us to Pay Your Due?
All right. This is a 10-cost event. Must be really good.
It must be.
10 cost.
Yeah, so good.
It's a pact, Rogue Investigator only. As an additional cost to play Pay Your Due, you may spend any number of additional actions. Reduce this cost by 5 for each additional action spent. So I guess you could spend your whole turn playing this.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
If you have
right,
3
because
options.
additional actions, that would mean 3.
Yeah.
Right. Actually,
well, that could be your whole turn, or if you're a weak-ass rogue that
right.
only has 3 actions.
Yeah, as a rogue, obviously, from starting with Leo to Luca and moving on from there are tons of ways to gain extra actions.
Then, forced. If Pay Your Due is in your hand at the end of your turn, reveal it and take 1 damage.
Mm-hmm. Which, if you have the card we previewed previously, the Idol of Xanados, is just discard a card, right?
But you can't discard this one.
Correct. Yeah, you cannot choose to discard a weakness from your hand.
Yeah.
Or even, can they get hit by random discards?
They can hit by
anymore?
random.
They can.
Yes.
So I had a brain fart where I thought maybe that got FAQ'd to be different or something. Yeah. So yeah, I assume, I don't have that information at the time of this recording, I assume this implies that there is a basic weakness specific to each class, and not just a random rogue one. But I think that's pretty cool because it allows the weaknesses to keep hitting design space that would maybe be kind of unfair if certain classes got stuck with it. They'd have a much harder time dealing with it.
Yep.
I don't know, what do you think?
So let's see. So a lot of basic weaknesses cost 2 actions.
Mm-hmm.
So this one theoretically costs 3. So like in a way it's a little worse, but you do have that flexibility if you want to pay some of it with money because you're pressed in or something.
Seems pretty rough.
It's rough to clear, but it's like, I feel like if I draw this in the last like 5 or 6 turns of the scenario, like there's a good chance.
Yeah, you have a couple allies in play to soak.
Yeah.
You could just leave it in your hand. That's true.
And there are, certainly if it's a scenario that sometimes deals you like random discards, I might leave this in my hand just for a few turns just to see if it hits.
If you say so. I don't know if I would make that gamble, but it is in the rogue
Just
spirit,
play
right?
like something like Parallel Fates to make sure that you get that encounter card. Or
Sure.
First watch.
Sure. There we go. Yeah, manipulating the encounter deck to get rid of your basic weakness. That is the new meta.
Yes.
And then I'm curious I don't have any additional rules to share like we have with some of the other cards about what a rogue investigator only weakness means. Do you think that that's strictly only green investigators, or could it be any investigator that can take rogue cards potentially?
I would think it would be only if they have rogue on them.
I guess I agree, but I'm not 100% sure. I guess I don't have the rules on that to share.
Yeah, I would think rogue investigator is different than a rogue card.
Yeah. Okay. I think I'm sold. So Charlie Kane is just immune to these, unless
maybe they'll be neutral investigator only. Only
that would be
he
fun.
and Lolek are the only ones who can get it.
I hope it's a doozy then. All right. Well, thank you for watching our final Scarlet Keys card preview, and so follow us on YouTube, Twitch, all the places where we'll probably be playing some Scarlet Keys, whether it's on our live streams or once it's out. And or at least playing with some of the player cards if they release first.
Yeah.
Now that you've seen all of 3 cards from Scarlet Keys, what are your official thoughts on the expansions?
Best cycle ever.
Wow.
I think clearly we've seen enough. that, can't get here fast enough on this boat.
I do actually, like, compared to Edge of the Earth, where I'm a well-documented hater of multi-class cards, like, I'm very stoked for the stuff this box is doing. The customizable cards, the dilemmas. I think class-specific basic weaknesses are not like a marquee mechanic of the expansion, but are also a very cool new design space. Like, I'm loving what I'm seeing. I'm really excited for it.
Do you like having novels on the back of cards?
No, it is funny. This was my very first reaction to the customizable reveal. I think I said on whatever Discord I was currently looking at that time, I was like, oh, they found a way to put 23 lines of text on a card. But I don't know. I'm curious whether I will land on, like, feeling like the juice is worth the squeeze on those. Whether putting one of those in my deck to then complicate my leveling up decisions for the rest of the campaign. Like, do I want new cards or to upgrade that one? How much I will actually enjoy doing that. But I love the design and the flexibility, and I'm excited to see what everyone else does with them. At least.
I mean, as much as I make fun of it, like, it's not really a problem. Like, lots of card text on, like, cards for their in-game effect is not great design, because then it's like new players are like, let me spend 5 minutes reading that.
Yeah.
But, like, in reality, customizable cards are something you mostly read in the deck building time and not actually in the game. So
That's true.
It's not like, oh, we have to interrupt this game to spend 10 minutes reading this card.
And I'll forgive it a little bit too. Like, I think it's fine for the complexity of cards to ramp up over time. This is what, like, the 9th cycle, 8th cycle? I've lost track, but, like, newbies are probably not jumping into the Scarlet Keys. Probably. Maybe? I don't know. Let us know in the comments if you're a newbie jumping into the Scarlet Keys.
A lot of newer players just need to buy stuff at Fair again.
That's kind of true. And I think especially with the new packaging and there are fewer expansions, that makes you feel even more welcome to just get into them in whatever order you want, which is the idea, but also the design of the game does not necessarily always reward that.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough from us. We're going to enjoy the pool some more, and see you soon. Until next time, be optimal.